Hello everyone, my name is Hpone, and today in the presentation I'll be talking about the chapter What's Up Myanmar? Plastic Consumption, Waste Flow and Recycling Structures. So first of all, we're going to take a look at an overview of the system as a whole. So right now, an average person in Myanmar produces about 0.53 kilograms of MSW per day, and nationwide 20,850 tons of MSW is produced. So how does this waste actually flow through the system? Well, when a house generates waste, it can actually go through three different routes. First up is a formal route where a municipal worker will come and collect your waste and then deliver it to a disposal site. Then we have the informal system as well, because the formal system here cannot really fully cater to everyone 100%. An informal worker will come and take your waste and then illegally dump it somewhere. And then of course there's a recycling route where your waste will be taken to a factory to be recycled and refined and then prepared for export or domestic use. And inorganic waste compromises 35% of all the waste in Myanmar, and of that inorganic waste, 17.75% is plastic and 70% is organic waste. And of all of that inorganic waste, 50% end up in landfills, 30% in illegal dump sites, and 20% in recycling. So we can already kind of see from this how some of the deficiencies within the system are going to play out. And right now, we also have four crucial aspects of the waste management system. For the source segregation, here in Myanmar, waste is separated into two categories, wet and dry. But there isn't really any more sourcing after that, and segregation for the three R's is rarely practiced. Moreover, the collection rate in Myanmar is really low in the rural areas, and the urban collection rate is 92%. The recycling rate here is estimated to be 70% in Yangon, and other areas have much lower rates of recycling. For disposal methods, most waste are either taken to sanitary landfills or incinerated. However, a lot of illegal dumping such as open dumping and household burying also occurs. So what are the key challenges and problems that are going to be emerging from the system? Well, in this table, we have an assessment done by the UNEP on the system as a whole, which grades it based on 7 objectives ranging from reducing the amount of MSW to promoting industrial symbiosis. So right now, we can see that Myanmar does have a lot of policies that deal with these objectives, but what we're really lacking right now is initiative and planning and strategizing on how to bring about plans, programs, and projects from these policies. And from this, we can also identify 5 main challenges that this system is going to face. Right now, there is a rapid increase in waste generation, which is leading to a shortage of landfills and increased costs. And in institutions, there is weak enforcement of laws and lack of policies, as well as lack of coordination in all levels of management. And for public participation, there is a general lack of awareness and education among the public about environmental problems and waste management, as well as a lack of opportunities for them to participate. And right now in the recycling sector, the industry revenue is low and becoming lower due in part to exports being reduced and also because of lack of public and private partnership. And last but not least, for technology, Myanmar has really a limited know-how, and because of that, it translates back into the system having limited capabilities and limited resources, as well as a lack of crucial data for us to really determine what is wrong with the system. So what are the environmental impacts that are going to directly lead to climate change? Moreover, gases also contribute to acid rain and health hazards to smog. And leachate from open dump sites and landfills also can cause eutrophication in bodies of water and also lead to groundwater and aquifer contamination, as shown in these pictures on the slide. So, to better understand those problems and to better understand the deficiencies, let's take a look at a rural case study. So here we have a rural village, and in that rural village, there is no formal waste management system. And because of that, waste is thrown directly into the environment, which mixes and disrupts natural cycles and affects the villagers' drinking water and also air, which once again also contributes to social aspect because all of these problems and impacts are disproportionately affecting low-income areas, which is strengthening the poverty cycle and reducing upward mobility. So what can we do to effectively mitigate all of these problems and fill in all of the deficiencies within the system? Well, right now, Myanmar has a national waste management strategy and master plan that has goals ranging from A to F. So what the plan entails is that each goal must be completed before moving on to the next goal. So take for example, goal A, which is extending sound waste collection with its sub-goals. If you have to complete goal A first before you move to goal B, in this way, the plan really leaves no stone unturned and it's going to really fill out all of the deficiencies within the system. So after we have finished all of the deficiencies within the system, what will we do? Well, the system right now needs a really good reworking because right now the waste management system is not sustainable at all. So to do that, we should rework the system into an integrated, sustainable waste management system. What an integrated waste management system is, as shown in the diagrams, is it basically incorporates and integrates a lot of various aspects of waste services from composting to sourcing, and it prioritizing the 3 R's above disposal. So what we do in an integrated waste management system is prioritize the reusing, recycling, reducing over disposal, and place an emphasis on human health and really maximizing resource output and resource use. So to do that, Myanmar will really have to really go and under change and underworking. So obviously the community will be part of this as well. So first of all, what we can do for the community is educate, mobilize, and support. So let's talk about that in context of recycling. So for recycling, you can educate people on recycling, what recycling is, through campaigns and educational curriculums. Then when the community begins engaging and mobilizing on this issue by actively taking part in recycling programs, you're going to begin supporting them. How? Well, in the recycling context, you can provide easy access to color-coded bins and other waste management systems around the country. So all of that together will really mobilize and engage the community to act on this problem and really be part of the solution as well. So to understand all of the solutions that I've talked about, let's take a look at a case study, which is Mongklen, Thailand. Mongklen, Thailand is a low-carbon city situated in Yangon. So what Mongklen, Thailand did was it began to initiate a sustainable incorporated waste management system like previously shown before, and also began to establish goals similar to the national waste management system that I have previously shown before. So in their waste management system, they really incorporated and integrated all of their waste services along with an anaerobic digesting factory, a composting factory, and an organic farm feed. And what they found was that they greatly reduced their landfilling use to only 69.6% of all waste. And all of their recycling, composting, animal feed formation, and anaerobic digestion really amped up and really greatly increased. So right now, just by taking a look at Mongklen alongside other countries such as India and other countries such as Vietnam, we can really begin to notice that this system will work even in rural areas of Myanmar, and it will also boost their social and economic prospect, as well as this system will create more jobs and more social aspects to farming and social aspects to managing waste in those areas as well. So this system works because, as we found out, it is holistic. The solution aims to man the system as a whole. It's not looking to patch a particular aspect and be done with it. It is a long-term plan that is aiming for long-term growth through sustainable means. And then directly under that, of course, I've just said, it's long-term growth. And the solution really emphasizes that in that it is not going for short-term compromises. It's not going just for a monthly reduce in MSW or a monthly reduce in the carbon output. It's really going for a long-term change and growth to really making sure that Myanmar undergoes a waste management system under chain that will help us lay the foundations for more sustainable development in the future. And then, of course, we have engagement, as we previously talked about. The community, all of the citizens will be a big part of this plan. The solution engages and mobilizes the community alongside improving coordination among institutions to really drive home the core point of the solution. So in summary, what we have to do right now is basically go through and fill in all of the deficiencies within the system, whether it be upping the collection rate or whether it be increasing the garbage truck fleet. And then after we've done that, we're going to have to begin reworking the system into a sustainable, long-term, incorporated, integrated waste management system, so that in the future, Myanmar will not be able to face all of these systems deficiencies and all of the environmental impacts that we are facing now. Thank you.